Hi guys, my name is Dr. Rocker and today I will show you how to draw a whole page from script for a comic book. If you're interested in this subject, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more comic book drawing videos. But now let's get right to it. First thing we need for drawing a comic is a script. To write a good script is quite challenging, so I asked my friend Dave Philpott to do us the favor of helping us out with a short story so I can show you guys how to visualize a writer's thoughts. Dave is a phenomenal writer and you might know him from DRAGONRAGE, a really good book. And if you're interested in writing, then you have to check out David's Instagram page. He's basically showing you everything you need to know. Link down in the description. Okay, we have our script. It's a 6-page story, and today we will work on page number 3. The first thing, being an artist, you have to figure out how all the characters look. Are they existing characters, or do you have to make them up? On page 3 we will have a lot of unknown characters and one already existing. For the new ones I made tons of character sketches. Based on the descriptions, I tried to fulfill all the wishes of the writer. But other than that, you can go nuts and use as many references as you like. If there is an actor you like, you can try to make a character look like him in your book. Also, Disney movies or other comic books can be great resources to help you finding the perfect face for your story. And like I told you, one of the characters in our story is quite well known. Drago. This one was drawn by David Finch for the cover of the first issue. Drago is the really cool half-human, half-dragon dude from the story. You might remember me drawing him in this video. When all the characters are sorted out, it's time for the most important part when drawing a comic book. The layout! The layout! For that we need to take a closer look at our script. Panel 1, 2, 3, 4. A panel, as I guess you all will know, is one of the boxes in a comic book where you see a scene. So we need to do 4 panels. In the first one, there is a conversation between 2 characters. Then we go into a flashback where 2 thugs are drawing their swords. In panel 3, Drago, our hero, leaps out of bed to fight the bad guys, and in the last panel, the fight has started and one of the poor bastards already gets his head smashed into the wall. So what's the best way to approach this? We take a blank piece of paper and sketch out some thumbnails. We estimate how much space we will need for every panel and go back and forward with some small sketches. The conversation in panel 1 could be 2 side profiles. It also could be 2 panels where you see the faces properly. Or you could divide it into 4 small panels, since there are 4 balloons, which are the things where you can read what the character is saying, and only show parts of the faces and vary the size of these. This way you can keep it more interesting. If you have to draw a longer conversation, you can also show the characters from a different angle to mix up the panels, like bird view or mouse view. In any case, you always have to keep in mind the size of the balloons. Make sure there is enough space for those. In panel 2, those thugs draw their swords. I googled some sword fighting poses and made use of some of them for a simple sketch. Since these are a bit more complex, I just sketched them out without a panel, to get a feeling on how big they will get. The characters, I mean, of course. Same thing with panel 3 and 4. Finding the right poses and then try to fit them together in all the panels. And so we have our layout. Now you can do 2 things when working traditionally. You can draw directly on the actual page, or you can draw the most important outlines on a cheap copy paper and lightbox them on the actual comic book page later. This way you can prevent a big mess should you not be too confident with your drawing. Of course, you can also mix it up, and when you're having trouble with a panel, draw it on an extra piece of paper and lightbox it into the actual drawing later. If you don't have a lightbox, a window works as well, but only during daytime. Well, or you could use a big light source outside, or maybe you have a glass table in the living room. And of course, when you draw digitally, you don't have any of these troubles. Okay, so let's turn on some nice music and make this page work. Let's draw! Okay, once everything is sketched in, we can start with the inking process. And we will begin with the ruler to do all the boxes. Cause then all of the other lines can end up in the black line from the box, which makes it easier to draw. So, let's do that and then do all the other inking stuff we need to do. Let's go!
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night, got a team.
Okay, so everything is inked now. And as you can see, there are not much hatching lines, like in this one for example, which is a really big picture. But due to the fact that a comic like this will be this size when it's printed, you can't go too nuts with hatching lines, because otherwise you would just have black areas. That's not nice to look at. And you might notice there are almost no strong blacks in the background yet, but that will come because I will do this with the iPad. Because for this project I decided to go a little bit more in the artistic style as well, and wanted to do some extra effects with the iPad where I use a brush. If you want to do it all traditionally, you can also use one of these ways of producing a simple background which goes quite fast. Because that's absolutely an issue. You have to be fast when drawing comics. You can take your time if you do it on your own, but if you want to be a professional comic book artist, you will need to make sure to be able to deal with deadlines. And I don't have actually a deadline for this project, but I had to do an artificial deadline because I'm running out of time. I have so many things to do. I have to work, I have to do all the videos from a YouTube channel. So that's that. Let's use the iPad to do the background, and I want to redraw some of the heads. But you will see that in a second.
2,000 years later.
Here you can see how small the page will be in comparison to the actual drawing. I scanned this piece in with my scanner and then changed it to a purely black and white drawing, no gray tones. And here you can see on these hatching lines, they are already a little bit small. Look how big they are in the drawing. They really shouldn't be smaller than that. Okay, so now I will redraw those two heads because I just don't like them, and then I will add all the background and stuff like that. So, let's go!
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back.
And I guess we are done with page number 3. Here you can see the difference all those strong blacks in the backgrounds make. And the characters are popping out really good of the drawing, even though they are not even colored. And those heads are looking better as well. The background from the drapery looks a little bit confusing, but that will be better once the colors are done. I think I lost some of the energy in this pose right here, but I don't have time to redraw it, so that's what it is now. And now I will email this page to my colorist. Yes, this will also be colored, and by no other than my good friend Chris Reeder, who is a really great artist as well. And he has a book on Indiegogo right now where I did this cover for. So check out the Indiegogo campaign, I will leave the link down in the description. Really cool project. And who knows, maybe our little story, the 6-page story I'm working on, will be printed in some of the Dragon Rage books to come. I don't know, I haven't spoken to the guys from Dragon Rage about that yet. But I will keep you posted. And I'm not even sure if it's good enough, but we will see when we are done with the project. But in any case, check out Dragon Rage. It's an amazing book. The link is also down in the description. And before we wrap this up, I got mail! Tardigrade Press. This is nice. They even got seals. Look at that. How cool is this? There's gold in there. That's so nice. That's a cool idea. This is so cool, but now let's take a look at the actual books. Now this looks awesome. The cover I did for Sasquatch Klondike. Look how cool this looks on the actual book. And I got a whole bunch of them, which you will be able to win. All you need to do is to let me know down in the comments who is your favorite comic book or manga hero. just write down the name and you're up for a treat, maybe. Cause my random app will choose a bunch of winners from you guys, from the comments, in about 3 weeks, and then I will ship out those really cool books to you guys. So, best of luck to you for all of that, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications, so you won't miss out on any of my future comic book videos. And since we drew Dragon Rage today, then please go and check out this video, where I drew a fan cover for this book. Really cool video with a lot of drawing tips, and a very nice cover, including Triago and a dragon. So have a great day and see you right there, my good friends. I love all of you. Peace.